Thanks, Glenn. Safety Clean does a lot for racers. If you want to see more about Safety Clean, tune in Inside Winston Cup Racing tomorrow on TNN. They are making emergency repairs to Jason Keller's car. He's lost a lap or two, and I think he'll be back in the pits again when we come back. They've just waved the green flag, and you see smoke still coming from Benson's car. Spin, Tommy Houston. Everybody else is going to get by, and there will be no flag, but Benson is really throwing a lot of smoke here out in front of the leaders. Elton Sawyer blows it in on the bottom of the racetrack. Mike McLaughlin up high. They're all going after David Green, who has the lead, but for how long?
I tell you what, they all got their eye on that 74 car. They're wondering what's coming out behind that thing. It is really pouring out right now.
And it is Sawyer's turn to run the flat on the bottom of the racetrack. Here's the spin again by Tommy Houston. Just got around there. He and Buckshot Jones may or may not have had contact. And he and Doug Hebron both get away. So we stay green. 72, or rather 82 laps to go.
See David Green moving in there. Benson's car right now is not smoking as bad as it was just a second ago. It looks like it's clearing up, but it's still smoking enough that I'm not sure what they're going to do on this.
I'm afraid they're not going to have a whole lot of choice. I know they don't want to because he is up front of the points, and they sure hate to make these kind of things decide the point championship, but I'm afraid they're going to have to.
They did. They black flagged him. Now, remember, Chad Little has 4 fresh tires, and Little is coming. He is up to 6th place. And in heavy traffic, mowing down the front 5. Here are your leaders. There's McLaughlin. There's Sawyer. And Kevin LePage brushes the wall at turn 2. Here's that second pack, and you'll see number 23, Chad Little, coming. And he is out of that second pack right now. Also, Hermie Sadler has now been relieved by Curtis Markham. Randy can update us.
Hermie Sadler has been suffering from the flu all week. Absolutely, guys. He was laid out in the back of the transporter. Emergency medical team came over here. They administered some oxygen. He's sitting calmly on the back of his rig right now, shaking his head, taking a little oxygen. He is okay, but boy, he was awfully sick. So Curtis Markham now on the 1 car.
NASCAR has pulled in the black flag for number 74. Steve Bird, apparently doing his best Johnny Cochran imitation, has won this battle with the NASCAR officials, and they're leaving Benson out there.
The reason for it, look at the car. It's not smoking anymore. I don't know what it was, but it's cleaned itself up here, and now he's just coming off the corner. You can see no smoke coming out of the back of Benson's car.
They must have had an oil line loose or something, and it got on the headers, and then it took a while for it to burn off. Once it burned off, then you don't have a problem. I saw them go under the hood under the caution. They were only under for a few minutes, but they must have fixed whatever it was. It just took a little while to get that oil burn off the headers.
Randy?
Well, Johnny claims that it only happens when he gets hard on the brakes. So I guess if he runs the rest of the race and doesn't get hard on the brakes, he'll be okay. So NASCAR said, go ahead.
All right, Chad Little has caught the lead pack, and Randy, they have the pit board out at the end of pit road for David Green, and they have tires at the ready. Green is locked up in a big battle for the lead. As we watch from Elton Sawyer, here comes Chad Little, fresh tires and rent sheet metal.
Boy, that car looks like it's been through a battle, but he's fixing to have a battle right now as he moves in. They're just behind the first 2 cars.
Remember, Little is on fresh tires. Look at this.
Boy, it makes it look easy, don't it, Jeff?
I tell you what, like I said earlier, that's all you can ask for. Is if you got them and everybody else doesn't, makes you look like Richard Petty or even Buddy Baker. How about that?
On the bottom, that car sticks well on new tires, and he goes after Mike McLaughlin's 2nd place position. And now after David Green and the lead.
Well, they're fighting him off with everything they can, but it's just a matter of time. If those new tires, if he gets up in that preferred line, it's all over right now.
A Ford has never won this race. Chad finished 5th last year. That's the best Ford finish here. He's got the lead.
Well, I know Ford would like to see it win this race. It's a Ford credit race, and I know they sure would like to see it.
You can see what great forward bite he gets there. David Green on a little more used tires there. Just can't get in the throttle as hard as Chad Little does.
11 cars are on the lead lap. Chad Little, the new leader. 44, David Green. 34, Mike McLaughlin. 38, Elton Sawyer. 46, Elliott Sadler. What a great run he's having in 5th. 64, that's Bobby Dotter today. 92, Larry Pearson. Number 3, Jeff Green. 00, Buckshot Jones. 95, Ward Burton is on the lead lap, and so is Johnny Benson.
See, McLaughlin trying to make a move on the bottom side of David Green there. Couldn't quite make it pay off, but I think he's maybe a little bit faster than Green right at the moment.
That's Mike Dillon, number 12, way on the bottom. He is laps down, but he also has fresh tires.
Guys, that's got to be a heartbreaker for those 3 right there. They're both running really well, and they got a good car to win the race, but they're being out-tired right now, and that is really a tough deal to handle. Now they're all racing for second, but I guarantee you they're going to race for second just as hard as they will if they're racing for the lead.
One thing about racing, though, is great equalizer is traffic. When you get in traffic, one mistake, and you're right back there with those guys. You've abused your tires to get in the lead. All of a sudden, it's an even playing field.
That's right. And what allowed Chad Little to get in this position was he got wrecked.
I tell you, that
great strategy, huh?
I'm telling you. Hermie Sadler can tell you he spun years ago at Orange County, cut some tires down, got some tires late in the race, and won the race for him.
Second, third, and fourth place here. Still continues to be a close battle. Jeff Fuller and Jeff Green changed a little sheet metal.
You're riding with Elton Sawyer there with the camera inside the car. You can see there's a few places on this racetrack where you really got some bumps where the car really reacts to it. And the springs are so soft that a lot of times it looks like the car really broke something getting in the corner, kind of jumped sideways.
The gave you the cars on the lead lap, 1 lap down, are Kevin LePage, Jeff Fuller, and Rodney Combs. 2 laps back, Tim Fedowa. 3 laps down, the Hermie Sadler cars, along with Tommy Houston.
That really is a super view right there, buddy. That looks like you're driving the race car. I mean, you're a little bit higher than you are, but that right there, if we could put some centrifugal force on people and on their couch, that would be it right there.
Good point. Now here is 64 Bobby Dotter, racing for 7th place. Now that's Danny Edwards just ahead, who started 4th and got his car banged up, had to make an unscheduled pit stop, and is 8 laps down. Edwards running in 18th position. Now here's Elliott Sadler battling with Larry Pearson. Both lead lap cars. This is for 5th place.
Now, Pearson was a lap down, made up that lap. He's just as fast as the lead cars. What he needs is track position right now.
And he gets 5th place away from the younger of the Sadler brothers. Carries him up the racetrack.
Well, almost. Yeah.
And Chad Little's trying to put a lap on Johnny Benson.
And that means Johnny Benson's laying on his brakes again. You see it smoking again. It went away for about 15, 20 laps. Now he's having to lay on it a little bit, trying to keep ahead of the 23 car, Chad Little.
Well, black flag is out this time for Benson. Been a tough day for the point leader. He is 51 ahead of Chad Little coming into this race today. 55 laps to go. We'll be right back to South Boston, Virginia after this.